So I'm in the midst of smashing. Mind you, we supposed to be on break, okay? So Kiki, she let it do what it do. So the phone rung, the cell phone. And I look, I see it's my nana. Now I'm in the midst of like, I'm not finna pick up, so I bumped her call. Straight up, I bumped her call. So boom, she calls back again in the midst of while we still going. So I see it. So I just bump it again, right? I ain't even letting it ring. So Kiki like, don't touch the phone again. And she just slightly pushed it far from me. So I'm like, what? And I just got rough with him. I grabbed it and we went straight towards the table, right? We went to the table. So thrashing her on top of the table, like I'm talking about thrashing her, right? So it was a quickie, straight up. Not gonna cap you, it was a quickie. Boom, we get done. I'm like, oh man. So now I'm starting to get used to this because it's like, dang, she keep letting me, you know what I'm saying, smash her. Like, okay, like I was like, I'm starting to understand the vibe. Like, okay, we dip off, I'm gonna be smashing you. That start to look like the pattern. So boom, I look at her, she like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So she like, you mind? I'm like, I ain't nobody. She like, you mine? I'm like, who said I'm yours? She like, I'm saying it. I'm like, she like, so I'm not yours? I'm like, I don't know. She like, what? Now here's the deal. Pause. When a girl puts you in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not yours. Like, after you just start like, and she was Kiki bad, but it was more so like, dang, like it was so much happening with the girl with the scar, with the, you know what I'm saying, Brianna situation, the Piper situation. It was things that was heavy and on me at that moment, so I didn't really want to be like nay or yay. I didn't want to tell her like yes or no. So I'm like, you fun? She like, that ain't what I asked. So she like, oh, well, I know what I need to do. So she pushed me back on the wall and she like had me like choked on the wall and she started grabbing. I'm like, no, now I'm tender. I'm like, no, like, like I'm good. So she trying to get me worked back up. She does it. We doing it again. And I'm like, laying back on the wall. She got a leg up. I'm like, man, this girl really want me. Like, you smashing an older chick. Yo, she wants you. You going to her crib, banging her out like it's nobody business. She won't Joe. Joe, she is such a bad girl. You feel me? So I was just like, oh my God, boom. We have it again. So now we get ourselves together. We go in the bathroom. She get herself together. Boom. We get ourselves together. Pow. Gets in the car, right? As we get in the car, she finally pulls off and we pull up. Miss Shirley is already coming out the door. So she like, come on, we're getting busy. So I'm like, is our break over? Like, we only had 20 minutes. We wasn't keeping up with the time. I'm like, you remember when we left from off break? On break, she like, nope. So Miss Shirley she she out there doing hand signals like come on, let's roll. We gets out the car. We run right in. So Yo-Yo and the register girl, like, all right, it's a line. Me and Kiki walks in. We open because it's two doors. I open the door. Kiki opened the door. We walked in like same time. She went across from one line. I went this way so we could meet up at the door. And they just looking like you could, Joe. We had thick windows, okay? So when people ordered, like it was that thick. But the way they was looking, they was cutting the glass. They was looking like. So that let me know too, that signal off like, okay, they mad, something happened. Like, what happened? Boom, Miss Shirley, as soon as we get back there, Miss Shirley like, I need you, go to your station. I need you to help up front. So Kiki like, okay. So Yo-Yo like, I hear Yo-Yo like, well, you could get on the register and I'll expedite. So that mean that Yo-Yo gonna be coming back there where we're at, getting the bags and checking. Now it could be between her and the register girl. But the register girl, she the one that's gonna make sure like it's napkins, the sauce, everything, like everything that you need, the hot sauce and everything, the forks, the pops, all that. She gonna make sure you good on your way out the door and give you a nice thank you. So I'm like, okay, so I already hit that. Boom, I go through the cafe door. I wash my hands, I put my apron on. Now at the time, Dave, he was up on my chicken stations. He was doing good. Like, it wasn't no complaint. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, hey, let me dive in. He like, okay. So boom, I guess on that. He goes back to his station. Boom. I'm getting the order out. Boom. Ticket number 33. Ticket number 34. So when I get to ticket number 34, here comes Yo-Yo coming back there like, you missed the extra wing. I'm like, huh? And so I looked at the ticket. I'm like, but it don't say extra wing on there. She like, but I came back here and told you. I'm like, you came back here and just said you needed an extra order. She like, yeah, of wings. I'm like, one wing or order of wings? She like, what that say? I'm like, it says one. So she said, what that mean, an order of wings? I'm like, so 3 wings? I'm like, wait, normally y'all put 3 wings on there. So she just looking at me, right? And I'm like, okay, she want to start. But I ain't going to start with her. So let me show you how I played the game. I said, hey, Dave, come here. He like, what? I'm like, let's swap. Let's swap. Let's swap, because what we not finna do, you're not finna play with me with these tickets. You coming back there to talk to whoever you're talking to saying you need a order. I'm not really listening, because you're not saying, hey, wing station, I need an order of wings. You're not saying, hey, fish station, I need, like, that's how normally we been doing it. You're just trying to spin this on me, like, because you salty, but I already felt that. I already felt that. So you in your feelings. I ain't worried about it. So boom, boom, getting the tickets ready. So Miss Shirley comes, woo, when she looks, she comes where I'm at, and she like, why is he on my chicken station? I said, he was doing real good. I'm like, I'm gonna keep an eye out. She like, any mess ups, I'm coming to you. I'm like, okay, I got you. Boom, she walks off. She goes towards the front. So boom, when Yo-Yo realized that I'm up there getting the bags and the food together, she looked like, why you not on a chicken station? I'm like, because he do good over there. She like, but I need you over there because I need my food fast. I say, I got your food. What ticket number you looking for? She tell me the ticket number she looking for. She tells me the ticket number she looking for. So I said, all right, I got that right here. She like, no, but you assigned on the schedule. Say you assigned. I say, well, look, I already let Miss Shirley know that he's doing good, so I'm going to leave him right there. She like, I can't stand you. I'm like, yeah, you love me. She like, no, I don't. I'm like, why you mad? What you mad at me for? She like, don't talk to me. So she took the tray and she snatched it out of my hand. I'm like, hey, that's their food. You supposed to be making that with love. She like, I didn't make it. And so she walks off. I'm like, she mad. So I kept getting the bags together, right? Boom. Now we're picking up, right? So now it comes to a dead end where it's like, it's busy, but now I need to flex because Dave and the person on the fish area has not had a break yet. So Dave like, I'm thirsty. Like he kept saying he was thirsty. He was parched. So Miss Shirley like, hey, you know what? Just go on break, right? Just go on break. They both went on break. Now I'm running all 3 stations. So boom, it's just, you know, like when people go on break, all of a sudden people start ordering more. It seems like the pressure is on your neck. So boom, I'm getting everything done. Now I got fish. I'm boom, 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 boom. Dave comes back there. He like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, what? So I'm like, why you not on break? I'm like, hey, look, hey, with that extra one, it's going to need 3 wings. I'm like, what? Because the dude, Alex, from out the rib area, he will pop in and help me from here and there. But he got to still stay in. If he see a ticket that says something about tips, he have to go in there and go get it. But whole time, I'm still running the whole 3. I have David, Mr. Sir, in my ear, talking about nothing that's got nothing to do with these orders I'm trying to push out. He like, hey, you think the guy got a little bit of, I said, got a little bit of what? I said, watch out. He like, you know, I'm like, what? He like, the stuff we did in the car. I'm like, go ask him. He like, what's his name? I'm like, just go back there and ask him. He like, how do I get back there? I'm like, just open the slide door. That's what I told him. He said, how do he get back there? I said, open the slide door. Now, mind you, okay, this is where all the meat is getting smoked at, all right? Dave ain't never been back there, okay? I've been back there maybe twice. He never been back there. So when I'm getting the order, I'm getting the order ready. I'm coming from the back area with a fish at. I come towards the front. I'm grabbing the chicken now because it was like a combo meal. You see, Dave, I swear to God, but I was so busy trying to make sure everything was right with the tickets and everything. You see him like, ugh. So I'm looking at him like, and put the stuff on the tray like, he like, so I'm like, what are you doing? He like, how do you open this door? I'm like, slide it. He like, I am. First off, you're sliding it the wrong way, buddy. You slide it the wrong way. So Miss Shirley see that he's struggling. So Miss Shirley like, are you okay? He like, yeah. She like, you got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. What you trying to do? He like, I got to ask someone something. Boom, Miss Shirley is walking off. Miss Shirley ain't got time. If it ain't got nothing to do with the business, getting these orders out, she ain't had no type of time. So I'm like, let me help him real quick, right? I said, look, I had the tray in my hand. I said, look, you see this? I say, hit the button right there. It was like a little latch, like a little latch, and then you gotta slide it this way though. He was sliding it like if he was trying to close it, like or open it, but that was to close it. So he like, oh, okay, but I couldn't really help him because I'm trying to get the orders out. I'm not finna get bagged up playing with Dave. I'm not finna get bagged up. So he like, oh, okay. Once this man look, I had the tray in my hand. I turned around because where the chicken's at, where the chicken at is right here in the basket. All I gotta do is grab the tongues and grab the rest of the wings for the tray. I grab it. I hear the latch that he popped the latch, and when he put it this way, but all the smoke. Now you got to remember this is a smoke area, okay? So when all the smoke hit Dave, he just like, he's so like Steve Urkelish. He said, and he bagged up in the tray. I tried to move a little bit, but the tray, it was too late. The tray, boom, came out my hand. Smack right on the floor. As it relieved itself from my hand, because I was still trying to catch it, but it was like, it was already on, it was over. I was looking, my heart was, no! Because it's like, oh my God, like I couldn't believe it. So Dave, he like, what happened? He like, oh my God, it's smoke. All the smoke is coming out. So I'll run over there, I shut it. Here come Miss Shirley. What happened? I'm like, Dave trying to go in there. I'm like, I guess the smoke, it was too much smoke and he wasn't ready. And then because when you go in there, you got to have gear on. Like you can go in if you could handle the smoke, but some people go in there with gear on so it won't irritate, the smoke won't irritate their eyes, and all the stuff won't get stuck in their throat. So Miss Shirley, when he was trying to go back there, Miss Shirley ain't say none of that. Miss Shirley didn't know he was finna go back there. People are not alive. If your name not assigned to work back there at that station, you should not be going back there in that station. So he wasn't ready. So when he fell, I told Miss Shirley, all the smoke hit him. The tray came out my hand. She went to him. She said, you like working here? He said, yes, I do. She said, I don't think you like working here. How are you not watching your surroundings knowing we're in a restaurant? So she looks at me and she said, I'll help you. I'll help you with that order. So she told Dave, stay right there. And Shirley, she walks off. Boom, she gets on the fish station. She gets ready. She drops the fish. She walks right back to him. I'm doing more chicken. Orders are still coming in, and I still got to make sure the bags is done. Boom. Now, everybody had their breaks, but she looked at Dave and told Dave. Dave was like, yeah, I like working here. She said, you don't like working here. He said, yes, he said, yes, I do. He said, I didn't even know. I'm sorry. I didn't know you was behind me. I'm like, it's cool because, you know, I know you didn't know, and I know, like, I shouldn't have been behind you. So Miss Shirley looks off at me and say, no, it's not cool. have known that he's in the restaurant and to look around. So you know what? You can go home for the day and you can think about what you did. So he like, huh? She said, yes, clock out and go home. He like, but why? She like, because I can't keep wasting money. Last week you dropped the pan of chicken. Yesterday you dropped the, so she was just like going. Then he overflowed the grease. You know, it was just a lot going on. But Shirley just like, I was like, whoa. On that road again. You about to get back up on that no job road again? She told him to go home, Roger. So boom, he like kind of like sad. So Miss Shirley looked at me like, are you going to be okay? I'm like, yeah. So she said, I'm going to bring somebody back here to help you because we still had a couple of more caterings. And plus it's still busy. So she sent back the register girl. So I'm like, all right, now I already know she ain't really talking to me like that. She feels some type of way. And it's cute because at least you not talking to me like that. I'm not talking to you like that, and we ain't got no problems. So when Dave grabbed his stuff, he had his phone and it had the Pokemon stuff on his phone. Like, and he had headphones, like the headphones with the cord. And it was like on the floor as he was walking down, and he was just like, y'all have a good shift. I see y'all tomorrow. He like, I work tomorrow. So the rest of the girl like, yeah, just come tomorrow. You just getting sent home today. He like, all right. He like, bye y'all. So, and it was so sad because it was like rest in peace to those headsets. Because the headset was just dragging, the cord and everything was just dragging on the floor. And I was just like, oh, this is totally the walk of shame. Like I felt for, but I just know, Miss Shirley, like, look, this is a busy day. She not doing day 2 like this. So boom, it's busy. So now we start getting pans. So I'm like, I got the chicken, right? She like, no, I want to be on the chicken station. I'm like, but I'm always on the chicken station. She like, but I'm telling you, I'm comfortable here. I'm like, okay, well, you want to do the tickets or you want to ask her if she want to swap fish and she gets on ticket. She said, no, I want to get on chicken. I said, okay. You want to get on chicken? She like, yeah, I want to get on chicken. I'm like, go ahead, get on chicken. So boom, I go over there, I get on the tickets. So Miss Shirley like, hey, why you not on the chicken station? I'm like, she said that's what she most comfortable with. She said, okay, I hope all my aces are in their spaces. So she goes over there, she tell the register girl straight up, like, look, I need you to make sure you get my orders out. So boom, what the register girl did not know is that those caterers that's coming, they're already on their way. And the tickets is not in the front. It need to be in the front. So I ain't say nothing. So boom, she doing all the tickets that's in order. So Miss Shirley like, hey, where's my honey wing? Where's my pan? So she say 100 wings. And so I was like, yeah, we need that. She like, why you ain't share that with me? I'm like, I thought you would know. It's written on the ticket, but I guess, I don't know. I thought you knew. So she like, no, I didn't. So Miss Shirley like, we don't got time to argue. Come on, drop the 100 wings. She said, I got 60 right here. She said, but Miss Shirley like, those go out for my in-house. She said, I need this for my outhouse. So I was like, oh my God. So boom, she looking at me, she mad. So you hear, shh, shh. I know that sound. I know that sound. That's the sound of struggle with that box of chicken. And I'm not going to be a gentleman and help you neither. You're going to suffer on your own. So boom, I go straight to the chicken station. I start, boom, I'm helping. I'm still getting everything out. She finally get there. She like, move. I'm like, stop. Don't touch me. She like, oh yeah, you got your new girlfriend. Now you don't want nobody to touch you. I'm like, what new girlfriend? She like, so dang, you did it with everybody in here. I'm like, whatever. So I go over there. So she like, yeah, She like, I don't even see what I saw in you. I'm like, you act like we was together. She like, we was. You was staying at my house when you was going through that situation with your mom. I'm like, I wasn't staring at your house. I'm like, you was begging me to come. So she like, no, I was not begging you. So Miss Shirley come back. She like, hey, y'all got my 100? I'm like, yeah, it's coming right now. Right, it's coming right now. Boom, Kiki come back there. She like, hey, I need this. Is this food ready? I'm like, it's right there. She like, well, give it to me. So the register girl like, wait, is we working or is we flirting? So we turned around. So Kiki said, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So boom, Kiki grabs grabs the order. She comes back, because you got to remember, this is Kiki's shift. She come back there. She say, Roshan, can you get on the chicken station? She say, and she told the register girl, she say, and you can go home. She said, no, I supposed to be here for another hour and a half. She said, we should be fine. She said, do Miss Shirley know? The register girl like, do Miss Shirley know? She said, she don't gotta know. This is my shift. And so she went straight up. Boom, bump, Kiki. See, thing about Kiki is Kiki might be cute, Kiki might be quiet, Kiki might play a lot. But Kiki, she turned around. When she bumped her, Kiki turned and said, don't never do that again. Because I promise you, I will get your job application and I will make sure I know exactly where you live at. And then we can make sure we have a good time. She like, because I don't have no problems with nobody in here. And you're not going to be talking to me like that on my shift, because I don't talk to you any type of way. And so the rest of the girl like, you made your point. I don't got to tell Miss Shirley nothing. Good luck. So boom, she grabbed everything. So I'm looking like, so Kiki said, like I said, can I get these wings? Is that pan ready? I'm like, I guess it's almost. I'm like, I think it's 50 to 50. You know, I was lost. And so Miss Shirley like, hey, is the pan ready? I'm like, the pan is coming right now, right? And so the register girl put on stuff. So Miss Shirley like, did I release anybody to go? And so Kiki said, I told her she could go because she's back here and she's being insubordinating me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, insubordinate? Now, see, when I was working in the industry, when I started working, I didn't know what that was until I started being a manager and helping district managers and doing stuff like that. Like, that is really a thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. So Miss Shirley like, well, it's going to get really busy. You sure you're going to be able to help back here if needed? She said, if you want. Kiki like, if you want, I could be back here. So Miss Shirley like, okay. So the register girl, she left, right? So I was looking, I'm like, dang, okay, we see who's the favorite. So boom, we getting it done. So Kiki back there with me, Miss Shirley up at the front with Yo-Yo. So she back there with me. So I'm like, now 2 people got sent home. David got sent home. And the register girl got sent home. So I'm back there. So Kiki, I want you again. I'm like, what? She like, I want you again. So she grabbed my face and she like opened her mouth like a fish. And she like, I'm like, don't do that. So then she did it again. The dude, Alex, come from the smoke area to get water. He like, y'all crazy. So he go ahead and get water. So I'm like, what? He like, nothing. Went through the other cafe door. He come back. Boom. Now it's time to clean. All right. We get the cleaning together. It's time for me to go. Now, as I'm getting ready to leave out the store, I see Raymond. Raymond right there. He like, hey. He like, man, you said 11:30. He like, it's 12:30. I'm like, man, we got really busy. People got sent home. Whoa, whoa. So Kiki like, you want me to drop you off home? I'm like, nah. She like, but I want to drop you off home. So Raymond like, nah, we good. So she like, well, you want to smoke? So Raymond like, I got one in the chamber. Like, you know, if y'all want to, if you want to match. So she said, yeah. So boom, we get in the car. My nana don't really know what time I really get off. Now, mind you, I bumped my nana calls, never called her back. I bumped her calls twice. So boom, me and Raymond, we gets inside of, you know what I'm saying, Kiki crib. So boom, you know what I'm saying, we matched or whatever. So Kiki like, hey, I want to show you something in the car. I'm like, I said, what? She like, I want you to look at something. So Raymond like, I'm good with cars too. She like, no, just wait right here. She like, I want to show you something. I'm like, all right, cool. So Raymond like, all right, I'm going to just toy on my phone. And then he like, when you come back in, he like, we're going to dip. I'm like, all right, yeah, bet. I'm like, I got to get back to the crib for my nana started tripping. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we going inside the car. So she like, get in the back seat. I'm like, huh? She like, get in the back seat. So we get in the back seat. I like a girl that's like this, though. I didn't know that until that. But this, man, I get in the back seat. This girl, she pop her breasts out. She like, come here. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, she like, we finna do it in the car. I'm like, in the car? She like, yeah. So she gets on top of me, gets me ready. We are rocking. You can feel the car kind of moving. So I'm like, All right, boom, we have our moment, right? Have our moment. I'm like, whew. You see Raymond Coyle in the film. I got my pants like by my ankles. You can feel the vibration. So I'm like, man. So it's Raymond like, yo, y'all good? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm finna come in now. He like, come on. He like, I gotta go bust this serve. Come on. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I hang up. I'm like, I gotta get ready to go. I'm like, I gotta go to your bathroom. I pull up my clothes. Boom, I go to the bathroom, get myself together, clean myself off. Boom. So he look as soon as I come in, I'm like, like that walk like, oh my God, like, I hope you don't notice. Guess what, Otis? We notice. So I go ahead, boom, get myself together. And so she like, bye. You gonna call me? I'm like, I'm gonna call you. She like, okay. I'm like, all right. Boom. We dip. So Raymond like, what happened? I'm like, nothing. He like, He like, something happened. But she was out there showing you. I'm like, nothing. He like, hey, make this serve. So we still had a piece. So we still, but this time he like, let's not take the main street area there where we go past that store and where Roy and them be with his friends. That like, he didn't want to take that street. He like, let's go around. So we went all the way around. So as we go around, so he could bust a serve, boom, we bust a serve, we keep walking. So as we get close to walking, we see as we hit the corner area at the end of my block, we see Beth and Roy, Cody, and it's late, and they over there across the street at the end of the block just chiefing. They all just chiefing because it was a big light pole at the end of the block where a light at. You know what I'm saying? So they was all chilling. People down the street, they up there doing dice. It's late at night, right? So I'm like, what's going on? Come to find out, Beth's little buddy was having a party. So it was a big party going on across the street, but Beth was just on the opposite side, just chiefing. So she spots me. She like, yeah, I've been waiting for you.